What's up, everybody? Cole Sands Fishing here. This is the fishing report for April 3rd, 2023. Let's get into this week's report. So this week's report is brought to you by one of my awesome sponsors, Fishco. Like I said, man, I've said in a lot of my previous videos, man, they're just a very innovative soft plastics company. A lot of awesome swirls and designs with their colors. Got some cool baits coming down the line in the next several months. So I'm really excited to show y'all them when they come out. But if y'all are interested in them, give them a like and a follow on Facebook and Instagram. But when y'all check out, use the code ColeSands, get 10% off. You know, that'll pay for your shipping or your taxes, help you out a little bit. So y'all be sure to do that. Besides that, my Muffin Gang shirts, hashtag Muffin Gang. It's a muffin holding two bass, something kind of cute and quirky me and a buddy came up with. And we decided to start calling bass muffins last year, and it kind of took off. So if y'all are interested in these shirts, Bass Attitude, another one of my sponsors that makes apparel, they're selling them online. I'll try to leave the link in the description. I'll try to remember to do that so y'all can buy a couple of these shirts. Help me out. Help me out with some of these expenses on the road this year. But we should have some more designs coming out as well soon. So I'm excited about some of the apparel things in the future. And be sure to pick up a couple Bass Attitude hats while you're at it and some Bass Attitude shirts. But let's get into this week's report. So Fishco is a fitting sponsor for this week because it's finally that time. You know, this past week they got on that soft plastics bite really good. We kind of got that last cold snap, I think, of the year. Got a good warming trend, and then fish, they're moving up. Some fish spawning, some fish getting ready to spawn, and I think this April is going to be really good, and this past week was really good. So I'll kind of run down how I caught them this past week. Make sure I grab one of these. I fished Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. Be sure I grab the right one. Monday, I fished more kind of up the river. Fished some muddy water. And just kind of junk fish, whatever looked good. You know, I would flip a jig or pick up a chatterbait or pick up a spinner bait, and had a really good day. Just, you know, the wind was blowing, the water was muddy, and just whatever looked good. The water was coming up, and, you know, if there's a little bit of cover in the water, I went over there and I fished it, and I had a really good day. Monday, I was looking out by myself, and, you know, I had like 20 pounds, all on a jackhammer chatterbait. And then what a lot of my big ones came on was the Diamond Baits 3/8 ounce spinner bait. You've heard me talk about their Alabama rigs, but their spinner baits are just as good, if not better, man. These are some awesome spinner baits. Color I really like, especially when that water's a little bit off color. And I always like red around the spawn, so that's a white and chartreuse with a red bottom, as well as that red blade, man. It seems like it just drives them crazy this time of year. 3/8 ounce. I was taking this, throwing it around lay downs. Like I said, the water was kind of muddy, and that wind always helps with a spinner bait. Just kind of lifting it over lay downs, letting it fall. Also caught some fish on docks, throwing it. And that was pretty much how I caught 20 pounds Monday. You know, I had like a few hours to go out there. I think I had like 3 or 4 hours, and caught a pretty big bag pretty quick. Tuesday was a little bit tougher as far as size went. I think we caught like 15 fish. Tuesday it was still warming up a little bit. Caught some still in the Yozuri Rattling vibes. I kind of think this bite's going to be going away. It's been great. You know, we killed them this winter on it, but I think the next couple weeks it'll be going away. You might have a couple good days on it still. Caught them on that, and then we also caught them on the flat side. The flat crank 55 3DRX from Yozuri was really good Tuesday, but never caught them big ones Tuesday. We like I said, caught about 15 fish. Pretty sure most of them were on a rattling vibe and a square bill. Might have caught a couple dragging a shaky head around a little bit, but Wednesday is really when I kind of made a changed parts of the lake, and started slowing down, and we absolutely smothered them. Like, I don't know, Wednesday I bet we caught over 50 fish pretty easily, and pretty much caught them all in soft plastics, the big players. Throwing the drop shot was really good up shallow. Throwing that around some stumps, some flats, just kind of throwing it everywhere, just going down the bank with it. My client lost a really nice one Wednesday afternoon on it. It was at least a 6, probably pushing 7 pounds. But throwing that little 4-inch Fishco finesse worm, peanut butter and jelly is always a really good color this time of year. Just looks so natural, and the fish seem to go crazy about it. A little 1/8 ounce weight. I go really light this time of year. The fish are light. One thing I'll do too, I'll use my Panoptics and I'll flip it individual stumps that are a little bit deeper than what the eye can see. But really the depth range, when that soft plastic bite really picked up, it seemed to be 2 foot to about 7 foot. And you know, I don't think we caught many much shallower than that. 10-pound Yozuri braid to a 10-pound T7 fluorocarbon leader. Throwing this on the new signature series, I believe. It's a special run of spinning rods that which Dr. Tackle did, and dude, this thing weighs like half an ounce. I mean, and I got it paired up with the Shimano Vanford, which is a lightweight reel, but this rod weighs literally nothing. By far the nicest spinning reel I've ever used. If y'all are interested, go to whichdrtackle.com. Adam's number's on there. Give him a call. These are super high quality spinning rods, and I've been throwing that on a medium light, actually, my drop shot. A medium's good too, but that medium light, man, it's such a light rod. So fun to throw. See what else we caught them on. And it was the same thing Friday as well. Me and my clients had a trip Friday. It was a 6-hour trip. We rode around and looked. We wanted to learn about seasonal patterns and stuff. So we did that for half the day, and we fished for about 3 hours. I was saying the 3 hours we fished, we caught like 30 fish. It was really, really good. Doing the same thing with soft plastics. And it was the drop shot was good. Taking the little Fishco Little Deuce, green pumpkin copper. I think it's green pumpkin copper purple flake is actually the color. It's got a little purple in it. Throw that on a little like 10th ounce Ned rig. Pretty much same setup. 7.2 Shaman series, which Dr. Tackle rod, one of the signature series spinning rods, and a 10-pound braid to 10-pound fluorocarbon leader. Same thing though. You know, kind of transition banks, turning around some flats and some stumps, throwing it down some pea gravel banks, a little bit of everything. And then what was also really good, and what we caught them on Wednesday and Friday, one of my favorite colors is the same 4-inch Fishco finesse worm that I'm throwing on my drop shot right now, but I got it on a shaky head. And I will throw a 6-inch some right now too, but I just really like that finesse bait when they're getting around the spawn. I just think they can get it in their mouth so easy. 10-pound braid, 10-pound fluoro leader, and taking that little green pumpkin Texas red 4-inch Fishco finesse worm. Y'all heard me talk about it last year a lot, but something about that red this time of year. I feel like it gets some big bites. But that was pretty much our days, Wednesday and Friday. Did catch some, I think it was Wednesday afternoon. One of the same areas we were catching some fish around some stumps and stuff. They came up pushing some shad, and I picked up that 3/8 ounce, so the size down of the Yozuri Rattling Vibe. And this is Ghost Pearl shad, just a real natural shad color. Caught a couple solid fish, like some, 2.5, 3 pounders on it. And just, had a pretty good day all around. Like I said, Friday was a really good day doing the same thing, just targeting that 7 foot and less. Rocky banks have been good, just staying kind of shallow. Them fish, not all of them are spawning right now, but a lot of them are wanting to spawn. So, or they're setting up, getting ready to spawn. They're in that last little bit of deep rock bank or that last little bit of stumps, or so they're getting ready to really do it. But then today, Monday, I got to go out this morning for a little bit, used it to look around, and it was the same thing as far as the finesse goes. We caught them on the drop shot a little bit, caught them on the shaky head today. My younger brother was actually throwing a tube around a little bit and caught some dragging a tube. What else we catch them on? Did catch some on the flat side from Yozuri that I showed you a second ago. And then our big fish today, I caught it actually flipping a dock. Caught several fish off docks today with a Fishco 4-inch finesse worm. And big one today, I had one almost 7 pounds, caught it flipping the edge of a dock. I actually think it was on bed, and it might have been a male. It was peeing like crazy, and I don't know if females pee or not, but it was a big old fish to be a male. But just throwing a little green pumpkin finesse jig, 7.2 heavy, Voodoo 2, which Dr. Tackle rod, 20-pound Yozuri T7 fluorocarbon. And I actually caught several fish. I was flipping some bluffs with this today, flipping some laydowns, and I think we ended up with maybe 29 or 30 fish for the day. And today that was pretty good for us because we were mainly looking for new stuff. It was me and my brother, like I said, and we were looking for new stuff, so I didn't really know if we'd catch them or not. But kind of doing the same pattern, that shallow deal. But as far as what I think is going to happen in the next week, it's supposed to continue to stay warm, so the soft plastics are really going to play. Other things I love to throw right now that I definitely always have on deck. Did have a few bites on this last week, if I can get it out of here. That's that line through style swim bait. This is a 316 Rising Sun. Very similar to like a mag draft. This is like, I like this size because it's a 7-inch. You know, that mag draft is a 6 or an 8. So it's kind of that good in-between size. Had a few really good bites on it last week. They just kind of hit it though and didn't lock down on it. But I think it's going to be something that'll be really good just to cover water with. Something I throw a lot of times when I'm looking for beds. A 6-inch mag draft, like I said, is awesome. Not sponsored by them, but I catch a lot of fish on it. Other things I like to throw is a glide bait. That's the Hardcore Ninja Twitching Glider. I don't think they make it anymore, but it was a really good glide bait when it was around. And both of these big swim baits, 7.6 heavy, Shaman series, Witch Doctor tackle rod, super light rods again, 20-pound test. And with that glide bait, man, I like sun and wind as my favorite conditions to throw it, and just any like wind-blown point, any dock or any lay down you think there might be a big fish on. When you're really targeting individual fish, that glide bait is really good about drawing one of those big bites, or if nothing else, getting them to fall out of that cover where you can come back later with the finesse stuff and maybe catch them. And then last Monday, what we caught some on, when I had that good bag, I caught a lot on that diamond baits, spinnerbait, but did catch a few good fish on that chatterbait as well. And just throwing like a shad color. I think that was dirty white. I don't get too worked up about color when it comes to chatterbaits, but it's either shad or crawl. You know, that's the way I look at it. You know, there's some bluegill patterns as well. I'll throw, but I don't. You know, a shad color is a shad color in my mind. But I do think one thing I am seeing is the water temps getting in the low 60s, and just something to kind of keep your mind on is there could be a shad spawn soon if that water gets, especially in the mid to high 60s, you know, first thing in the morning in some hydrilla. So that's something I think going forward, that chatterbait I've done really good on this time of year, something I'll keep honest. You know, we'll mainly be fishing for spawning fish, but you know, if there's a patch of grass here or there that's in between two spots, we'll probably pull in there and hit it with that half-ounce jackhammer as well. And as far as that setup goes, 7.2 Witch Doctor tackle series rod, Sermon series. That's the half glass, half graphite, which is an awesome chatterbait rod, awesome trap rod, awesome any moving bait rod. But I think that'll be pretty good. 20-pound Yo-Zuri T7 fluorocarbon. You can throw 16 on it and get by pretty well. Other baits I think that are really going to play is the Hardcore and the Yo-Zuri popper. Something I like to throw super shallow this time of year. You know, the same fish we're catching on a lot of the finesse stuff, but if you can catch them on top water, why not do that? Because that's awesome. And then something else that has been working according to a couple of my resources is some top water. I got a couple of friends right now catching them on some top water. So the Yo-Zuri pencil will be another bait I'll have to keep honest in the next week or two. Because I mean, the fish are up there, and if they're feeding on shad, the water's warm enough now. They're going to be willing to come up and eat. So that's pretty much it for this past week. I'll be guiding the next few days, and then I'll give y'all another report next week. And then got one more week, then I'm off to Lake Murray for my next tournament. So can't wait for that one. Y'all keep me in y'all's prayers, and I appreciate all the support, guys. Catch y'all next time.